A very good morning from Petrozavodsk. We tried to get up at 5 o'clock, but we probably got out of bed just before 6. We are renting a car now for the next couple of days, well 2 days to be exact, and we're driving to the very famous area of Ruskeala, which is an old quarry mine in Karelia. Apparently quite beautiful. It will take us 3.5 hours to drive there, and we try to hurry because there's not a lot of daylight being up north so far. So yeah, let's see how beautiful the Karelian countryside is on this road trip, and if Ruskeala actually gives us any surprises and holds up to the expectations. Quickly stopped at the gas station to get some coffee and a snack. At the beginning of our trip this morning I was quite disappointed first because there wasn't a lot of snow, but as we got further and further away from the city it appeared that there's really a lot of snow along the way, and I must say the landscapes are truly magical, spectacular to see. So yeah, really a lot of snow. They forecasted from 11 o'clock there will be like a big snowstorm that's going to hit us, so let's see. We're about an hour, just more than an hour away from our destination, but I want to stop at some viewpoints before we get there. But yeah, so far enjoying the journey quite a lot. Really beautiful, this area, and the names of the places are not really a lot of, well, it's Russian, but it's more Finnish origin actually, which makes it very interesting.
We had a quick stop at the gas station for the coffee and a bit of rest because I've been driving for like 3 hours non-stop, and the road is quite tricky. Now it's much more snow on the way, so I think that by the time we get to Ruskeala the landscape will be really amazing. You see one more vlogger doing the content there. And yeah, I'm quite excited about the trip because that's the first time I have a normal car with no car sharing branding and actual keys. I'm happy.
So like I mentioned in the beginning, we thought that we will only be driving for 3 hours all the way to Ruskeala, but because of the bad weather and all the snow, it took us 3 hours just to get to this gas station. So yeah, from there we continued on through the snow and through the beautiful forest actually, onwards to a lot of beautiful viewpoints until we reached Ruskeala.
We are quickly making a stop to go look at a church called the St. Sergius and Herman of Valam church. Now, if you know the history of St. Sergius of Valam, he was a Greek monk who brought Orthodox Christianity to the Karelian people and to the Finnish people. So him and Herman of Valam founded the monastery on Valam Island, which is on the Lake Ladoga. But this church up here where we're going to was also built in honor of those two monks. So let's go check it out. It looks quite interesting, and it's built in a typical Karelian way with wood. Seems quite beautiful. behind me are all the bays and channels that go into the bigger lake Ladoga, which is located behind those islands there, which you can't see. Quite a huge lake, but even this area here, this bay over here, I forgot the name of it, is quite big. Now in summertime, it seems like you can actually stay here. There's a lot of accommodation here, over there, but it's all abandoned. Probably not for winter times, of course, but in summer I think it can be quite nice. Boats here, you can probably ride a boat here, go on the lake, swimming and all that. Yeah, and then over there is where that church is, in honor of the two saints who founded Valam Monastery. Yeah, quite an interesting spot and spectacular scenery. Just look at this. Quite amazing. But yeah, the snowstorm I was talking about seems to be catching up to us, so we better maybe head back to the car and continue with our journey. So what do you think?
I am amazed, really. I love it here. I want to go in summer now. But there is a fisherman somewhere.
Yeah, ice fishing. Yeah, so there are actually a few churches around here. This is the one, big one, that I was talking about. And look at this, it just looks over across the bay that flows into Lake Ladoga. Really cool. We went inside each of them, but I don't like filming inside of them. You know, it can be quite disrespectful filming and taking photos inside churches. But yeah, I can show you the outside of it. Look, traditional Karelian style, all wooden, very beautiful. And then, like I said, looking across Lake Ladoga over here. So yeah, along this path, there's another church over there, and then up there on the hill behind this one, there's another one, a smaller one, and then the main one over here. So yeah, we better get going. Head back to the car to reach Ruskeala. So, how are you finding it so far?
I am impressed. It's an absolutely different kind of religious architecture, so it's really worth seeing.
I'm really freezing actually. I'm not having my glove on while I'm photographing actually, and or video recording, and yeah, I can't feel my fingers, especially with the lovely carpal tunnel syndrome I've got in my wrist. Really not helping. Anyway, let's get going.
So after being completely amazed by the massive size of Lake Ladoga and just, you know, this mass of ice that you see everywhere, we kept on driving for about another 30 minutes through this beautiful landscape next to the lake until we finally reached our destination of Ruskeala.
Made it to Ruskeala. Let's see if it's really that spectacular like everyone says it is. It seems very quiet here actually. A few industrial buildings around. Well, what's new in Russia? Anyway, so we're trying to find the visitor center or the ticket office where we should go in and have a look. So Ruskeala is actually an old quarry mine, for you guys that don't know, and it became a big tourist attraction where you can walk around the quarry, and well, they say it's quite beautiful. So let's have a look if it's truly like that. Already I see like old mining equipment and all that. Don't really see big fascination with that. But anyway, let's see. We managed to make it into Ruskeala. We had to go around to another entrance. And now we come to a cave which used to be an old mine, part of the Ruskeala quarry. So let's have a look. We thought actually you need a separate ticket and excursion to go in here, but it seems to be open. Maybe it's quite cool, so let's check inside. Behind me we have the main quarry of Ruskeala mine, really big. In summer you can actually go with little rowing boats on inside this quarry because it's filled with water. Now in winter you can take zip lines across it, really cool. So Nastia is gonna do a slide, or as we say, a foofy slide in South Africa, down this quarry. How do you feel about it?
I am excited because this is the first time I'm doing it in my life.
All the way down there. I will meet her on the other side.
Just had a ride on a zip line and it was amazing. You'll probably see my face, how excited I still am. And you know what, these are such great impressions, and I'm so happy because this is apparently the second time I'm doing something extreme by the end of the year, and this just adds up to the tradition. One more fascinating episode of my life.
So that's it for Ruskeala. Join us on the next episode when we travel to the waterfalls of Kivac and also explore parts of the city of Petrozavodsk.